Hey, this is GMAT students. So in case you weren't in class today when we started going over this, I made this little review video for you to watch while you do your homework tonight. So it's on paper. You got to make sure that you show your work. So remember, whenever we see subtraction, we need to keep, change, and then split apart our fractions. So that's 2 plus 2/3 plus 1 plus 1/3. Put together your whole numbers. 2 plus 1 plus 2/3 plus 1/3. Notice right off the bat, we should have said, hey, we've got common denominators in this problem, so we're good to go. When I add my whole numbers together, I get 3, and then 2/3 plus 1/3. Those are just both positive, so that gives me 3/3. Remember, 3/3, that's just one whole. So really, that's 3 plus 1, and so I get 4 as my answer. Please make sure you're circling your answers. Next problem. Again, I've got common denominators, so I'm good to go. Separate your fraction and whole number here. So we have -1 plus -4/7. So remember, the whole number in the mixed number is negative. The fraction in the mixed number is negative. Plus 4/7. I got just -1 plus -4/7 plus 4/7. -4 plus 4, DSSM, those are opposites. That's 0. So plus 0/7. 0/7 is 0. So you just have -1 as your answer. Let's try number 3 together. Keep, change. I'm good to go because I have common denominators. So 4 plus 1/6 plus 7/6. 1/6 plus 7/6, that's 4 plus 8/6. 8/6 is an improper fraction. I can't just slap those together. So we got to make sure that we change that to a mixed number. So 4 plus 1 and 2/6, which gives us 5 and 2/6, which I would accept, but I would much rather prefer if you simplified 2/6 by dividing it both by 2 and getting 5 and 1/3 as your answer. I'm going to skip down to a problem like number 5 here. So keep, change. So we got -9/5 plus -2/5. Again, I've got common denominators, so I'm good to go. I got -11/5. This is improper. I have to change that to a mixed number. So 5 goes into 11 2 times. That's -2. Remember, because this is a -11/5. 2 times with 1 left over, because 5 times 2 is 10. So 1/5. -2 and 1/5. Next one, number 7. -2 plus -6/7 plus 4 plus 5/7. Let's put the whole numbers together. -2 plus 4 plus -6/7 plus 5/7. Keep track of those negatives. So here we've got +2 plus -1/7. And I can't just slap these together because they're in different signs. So let's break apart 2 into 1 and then 7/7. So now I can add these. So I have 1 whole and then 7/7 plus -1/7 gives me +6/7. Let's do one more. 3 plus 1/3 plus -4/3. All right, so I have 3 here. -1/3, again, I got common denominators, so I'm good to go. -1/3 plus -4/3, that's -3/3. You could break apart here, or you could realize that -3/3 is really just -1. 3 plus -1. So you get +2. Let's go ahead and break it apart, just so that you see that you get the same thing. So this would be 2 plus 3/3 plus -3/3. And 3/3 plus -3/3, that's just 0. So 2 plus 0 is still 2. Either way works. And on the back side, you'll notice that all of these do not have common denominators. Because they don't have common denominators, you need to find common denominators first. So first keep, change, and then say, all right, times 2, because I want to make my denominator 6, right? So 4 plus 2/6 plus -4 plus -1/6. So 4 plus -4, and then 2/6 plus -1/6. 4 plus -4, that's just 0. 2/6 plus -1/6, that's +1/6. So your answer is +1/6. I'll do one more. In this one, common denominator here would be 10. So times 5 to both sides, times 2 to both sides. So I get negative 2 plus negative 4/10. Remember, the fraction is negative if the whole number is negative. Plus 1 plus 5/10. And now I have negative 2 plus 1 plus negative 4/10 plus 5/10. So negative 2 plus 1, that's a negative 1. Plus negative 4 plus 5/10, that's a positive 1/10. Cannot slap them together because, again, this is a negative and that's positive. So break this apart, that'd be really like 0 and negative 10/10, because that's still negative 1 plus 1/10 gives you negative 9/10. Is your answer. Again, you can check your answers at the bottom here, but you still have to show all work.